To begin with, I just really wanted to say thank you very much for coming and sharing your experiences of having bariatric surgery, particularly so you can share these experiences with other people who are considering this path. There's usually a number of questions that people ask us, and we're not fully equipped to answer these as detailed as you might be able to do for them. So that's why we're asking you to do the video, share your experiences, and then people get a fuller picture of when they're making that decision to do bariatric, well, to take the steps for bariatric surgery.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So I'll start with the first question. What surgery did you have, and why did you have it done?
I had the gastric bypass and had half my stomach stapled away. And I had it basically because I was severely diabetic and just could not control my blood sugars. My weight was soaring, and I did it basically to save my life.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you manage eating smaller portions at meal times?
I did struggle. I mean, initially, straight after the operation, it was all pureed food. 3 weeks of totally pureed food, and then you wean yourself onto normal food, a bit at a time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a struggle. But you do feel full very quickly, and if you overeat, you do tend to bring it back up again.
Right.
Very quickly.
Right. The other question is just how did you manage in between snacks, in between meals? How did you manage that sort of scenario?
Initially, you're advised to eat every 2 hours, very small amounts every 2 hours. So you're not really wanting the snacks, but a piece of fruit, rather than going for the old habits of the chocolate or the piece of cake or things like that. You must keep healthy.
Yeah.
You must keep to a healthy diet.
And how did you manage with the spontaneity of, or no longer having the spontaneity of being able to have something to eat or drink just off cuff?
Well, because you're so full, even after you've eaten such a little, and you're eating every 2 hours, you don't get the hunger pangs as you would normally.
Yeah. Just wondering how you manage with eating out, meals out.
Eating out is difficult. Even after 6 years after having the surgery, I still can only manage a starter.
Yeah.
That fills me up. If I tried a starter and a main course, and I could never eat a 3-course meal.
No.
Even now, I could never eat a 3-course meal. So I just stick to the starters.
So that's, yeah.
That's a
how
small
you
prawn
manage
cocktail or a soup or something like that,
Yeah.
but nothing heavy.
Yeah. Okay. Right. How do old friends respond to you? Do they respond to you differently now that you've lost some weight? Has that changed, and do you feel more included in your social circles? And are you doing any more sort of social activities that you might have once shied away from?
I'm not doing any more social activities, and to be honest, I feel conscious about what people might think, if you understand what I'm saying. People that know I've had the surgery, they've been great.
Right.
But I just feel, I have had people say to me, Vicky, where have you gone? You've shrunk so much, where have you gone? But if I go out, I still feel very conscious. I think my body image is still big.
Right. Okay.
Even though I'm half the size I was,
Yeah.
I still feel big, and I still feel very conscious about letting myself go. I still have that barrier.
Right. That worry.
Even now.
So old friends really don't treat you much different at all,
No.
really, than they've always done. They've always been supportive and
Yeah.
encouraging. Good. All right. And I think you said that social activities, that you still do some social activities.
Yeah. I still
So
go
you're
out.
still
I still go out,
engaged
but
in, life as
if
such.
it was meeting other people or going out with people that I don't really know, then I tend to back off a bit and put that barrier up and think, oh, I'm not comfortable.
Yeah. The next question is a bit tricky, but it's really asking if you've ever been judged or disapproved of because you've had surgery to get the weight loss.
Yes, I have.
Right. Well, I'm glad you said that.
People think it's easy. People think I've taken the easy route out, but believe me, it's not easy. You're always conscious about what you're eating. I suppose it's like going on a weight loss diet, but you fill up so quickly with food. And I sometimes feel that, can I sustain, can I take the intake of calories with eating so little to sustain myself? And I sometimes feel that I need to eat some of the wrong stuff to get those calories in me, but I then need to eat healthy to keep the weight off. It is a struggle, and it's a mind struggle all the time.
So it's like you say, it's that conversational in your mind. I need to eat nutritionally well, but on the other hand, I'm worried about my calories. Will I be getting enough? And so you may start thinking of other ways to increase calorie intake. So that's a wrestle that you're doing.
And that's
daily.
when the weight starts going on again.
Okay. So I think the first part of my question was asking if you were being judged, and I think you did say that some people just think it's been an easy option.
Yeah.
And, overall it has not been an easy option
it
at
hasn't.
all.
Far from it.
Good. Okay. And I suppose my next question leads from the first one. Have you ever encountered people who are a bit jealous because you've achieved the weight loss that they would love to have achieved themselves?
Yes, I have. But then I just tell them that I've not taken the easy option out.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It is a struggle. It's a continual struggle. It's not something that I can dip in and out of like you can a diet with diet clubs and what have you. It's not something you can dip in and out of. It is a constant struggle, and it's a constant mindset.
I think the next question's another tricky one really. Is when the weight loss has happened and you've got some extra loose skin, how do you manage that? What do you do about that?
Well, you're definitely not body beautiful.
So no. So you're not expecting to,
your skin doesn't shrink with your body, so you've got all this excess skin hanging around. And up until about 3 years ago, the NHS were doing cosmetic surgery to remove, but now they don't, and it costs anything from £5,000 to £6,000 to have this skin removed. So yeah, it's a struggle. You're having to tuck it in all the time, and it's very, very difficult. You just have to cover it up. If you can't afford it, or you have to put a nest egg away, or get it on credit or whatever. But yeah, it's not beautiful.
So it's another consideration.
It's another consideration to think about. Yeah.
Did you have high expectations of what life would be like, and have all your expectations been met after?
When I first lost all the weight, I felt brilliant. My self-esteem was right on the roof. My confidence was right up on the roof. I just felt brilliant. I was swaggering around, and my doctor did say to me, it's life-changing surgery. Yes, it is life-changing surgery, but then you've got the complication of continuing in that mindset that you have to, you can only eat very little. You can only eat every 2 hours or whatever. But yes, it's the best thing I've ever done.
My next question is, when the weight loss stops and you're at the stage where it's as good as it gets, and this is my new body, How do you keep maintaining the changes you've made to keep on keeping on?
Struggle. It is a constant struggle. As I've said before, because I can only eat such small meals, am I taking in enough to sustain my activities, my day-to-day life, and what have you? But yes, it is a constant struggle. It's not easy by any means.
Great. And my final question, excuse me, if you could go back in time to the night before the surgery, what would you say to yourself? What would you say to yourself the night before?
Probably, am I doing the right thing? Do I back out now? But with hindsight, I feel it's the best thing I have ever done, and I would recommend it to anybody. It's been a struggle, not saying it's easy, but it's the best thing I have ever done.
That's great. So once again, I just really want to say thank you very much for sharing your insights and your experiences, because this will really help enable people to make a more fully informed decision going forward. But thank you very much, Vicky.
Pleasure.
Thank you.